My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Monster Train. We have the different Awoken champion here. That is Wilden 10. With Root Seeds, apply 2 damage and draw +1 next turn as the base cards in the deck. Ooh, that's exciting. Huh. I mean, like, I guess they did have management of health and healing as one resource, and then draw as well as enhancing minions as another resource. So very, very keen to see exactly how much use we can get out of this. What we can synergize it with, because I know that a lot of the other cards are going to be perfect pairs for this. For instance, Talos and Arcus. Okay, so we're getting the same alternates rather than Daedelus or Fel ever. Interesting. I want to see actually if they are different as well. Friendly units enter with SAP 1. Talos applies Dazed on strike. Okay, so that is different. Previously, it was knocked back to the back. This one's the same, and then Seraph the Patient is the same, obviously, as the previous one. Sting now deals 10 damage to the front enemy unit and draws +1 next turn. God, we have a lot of draw extra next turn. Grant +1 stacks of spike each time it is applied. I like that as an idea, but what am I going to make spiky, right? I'm not going to be making my champion spiky. This is good if I had something already that I could rely on giving spikes. Even if it was just that I had restores in the deck instead of the root seeds, so that I would have a easier time getting spikes on a Thorned Hollow. I'm going to go for the Tempered Talisman in lieu of that. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something like, you know, gain spikes equal to half of your damage or something like that as a way to bridge to a spikes, like exploring spikes, as well as having a kind of buff mentality. I don't know what's really going on here. The game is just loading. Hello? Okay, it took a while there. Summon. Add 3 sting spells into your hand. Incant +1. Ooh. There's also quick enchant. Other friendlies on the same floor get a bonus. Oh, right. Yeah, that's fair. It makes all of them quick. Cool. I'm going to go with Wilderton. Thornlord Wilderton. I wonder if, because it's called Thornlord, I wonder if this was ever incant gain 1 thorns. Yeah, that's totally fine. I want a unit draft as early as I can get one. I'm looking obviously for a Animus of Will, I think it is? Multi-striker? Reform a random unit. Interesting. I probably shouldn't set up on the bottom floor. Fine, I'll go for the whole kill there, and then reform, and then drip form nothing. Okay. Happy to go Train Steward to get that. And then it really feels like I should just root seed here, right? Get as much of an increase in our stats as possible. Primitive Mole, reform a random unit. I am really, really excited to see that. Because not only does it have the benefit of, you know, being easy access to reform, but it replaces the dregs, so you have fewer things to reform, so you can more quickly, like, cut the train stewards, add a draft, and go off. I think I'm gonna need those. Then that. That'll keep us comfy. As many extra stats as I can get. Another sting. I mean, I could drip fall the Wilderton down. Just don't really see much of a reason to bother doing that. Okay. And then we get the kill on the next floor. Yeah, this version of this champion is extremely strong early on. So it'll give us the ability to take a lot of unit challenges. Ooh, Glimmer for +5/+5. Sorry, not +5/+5. Sorry, +3/+3 on the enhanced steel over there, which was what I was looking at. But then Glimmer also with the restore in AoE. I do need some reach. I'm not just gonna go for an ooh Drap. Great unit right there. Shattered Shell would actually be also like a really good backliner behind a Wilderson. Okay. What do... Yeah, I definitely want to upgrade minions. No choice there. +10 is pretty good. Let's go with... probably going to cut from that. And then get the +10 on the Shattered Shell. I'm also going to Large Stone the Draft. Is that a good idea? That seems like a decent idea. Just use the Draft as like a damage spell every turn. Actually, at this rate, I have the ability to reroll and possibly buy multi-strike. So yeah, we'll go for that on the Shattered Shell. Because of the amount of money that we had. Also, the fact that we don't have the increased cost of being in the higher covenants. Okay, that's... I'm feeling really comfy now. I would love to find the Wildwood Tomes so that I can make the Shattered Shell quick. Plus enemies enter with spikes 3. Okay. I'm going to take this challenge. It is going to have a bad impact on a couple of the things I do. For instance, that Shattered Shell is going to feel pretty bad about it. Let's go. The primitive mold should have been played on the top floor there. My bad. Seeds, and I guess I just drop another one of these here. Neat. So I guess we're getting no buffs on the Shattered Shell here, but to be fair, that kind of had to be expected, right? Ooh, found the burnout, and then just put someone in front of it so I can play it. I mean, Ewan can't as well, so I might as well put the root seeds on the backline and buff it that way. Alright. Get him! Good fight. Wildwood Sap, Restoration Detonate. I do like the idea of a Restoration Detonation just to heal up the Wilderton. So we'll take it for that reason. Pass the rest of these. Yeah. I think largely we're just going to resummon that same draft, but otherwise this is going to be a very Awoken heavy deck. We could upgrade the draft, but I'd rather go for an artifact right now and not spend any money. All right. Legion of Wax constantly being reformed is pretty good, I think. Take the Wing and Steel there because I don't want the Jack Strips to kill enemies that otherwise might die to the Shattered Shell. Extra capacity on every floor, or less capacity on every floor, as well as +15 magic power. We have so few magic power cards in this deck. Like, we just have the Stings, the Restoration, Detonation, Glimmer. So +1 on every floor actually just seems like the safest option at this point, while I'm still figuring out what the 2 floors I'll probably run are. Seems usable. Units enter with sap to 1, and Days gets applied on strike. Okay, cool. So I sack the Legion of Wax on the bottom line. Wilderton goes top with Shattered Shell. Okay, primitive mold. We got back a Legion of Wax. That goes on this floor, and then we keep doing it like that. I'm not going to use the glimmer to take out the backliners because I do ideally want. Actually, never mind. The glimmerers. Wait, that's burnout. We're all going to lose this floor anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Gotta remember to buff the backliner. Yeah, Legion of Wax with those random reforms. Oh my god, that just seems so ridiculously powerful. Yeah, unfortunately, if I incant on this floor at all, then the frontliner, the Forge Disciple, gets killed by Wildleton. I think I'll still do it, though. I don't want anything except for the Legion of Wax to have died. Honestly, I'm going to need to cut, like, every other minion from the deck so that I can more comfortably just reform the Legion of Wax consistently here. Yeah, I got a Train Steward dead. That's my bad. I mean, that, as a top floor, that's already good enough for me. Let's go primitive mold. Ugh, got the wrong one, rough. Can't play it, otherwise I'll get the wrong one again later. Guess I'll just spend a bunch of stings there. Okay. Primitive mold in advance? Sure. We'll see exactly how effective this is. Seems reasonably effective here. Oh, wait, am I enhancing them or applying? Apply +2 damage. Okay, so that's not enhancing, so it won't work with the Legion Wax. Remnant gives endless to something. Not interested. I want it to be reborn constantly. Burn out and debuff effects from a unit. No, after I upgrade the thing by itself, it'd be good. Bounty Stalker, I mean, Bounty Stalker would be constantly reformed as well, but I think it would be Bounty Stalker or Legion of Wax rather than Bounty Stalker and Legion of Wax. I think this one's a hard cut too. Alright, so we do have the extra capacity on every floor already. I like the idea of extra draw. The thing is, we already extra draw way too much with the Sting turns, the Invigorating Solution turns, when we played a lot of Root Seeds. So maybe it's just energy. We already draw so many cards. We need the energy to actually be able to play them. Is there anything in the deck that I would dupe at this point? Honestly, no. I don't want a second Shattered Shell. They cannibalize each other's slays. Hold on. Holdover and +10 on the Restoration Detonation gives us a really, really resilient frontline. Like that. Seems to me basically all these Root Seeds ought to cost 0. Alright, upgrade the champion to... Oh, incant plus... Oh, ridiculous extra health. Okay, interesting. There's also Strangler, Sweep, Strike, apply Root him to the attacked unit. So you just keep it on the floor? Oh, that's wild. Oh, I am so ready to have a run with that. This just isn't it, though. We're going Thornlord 2. I'm probably going to go Thornlord 3, especially if it's 4 on the incant rather than 2. Doubling each time, that is often the path that it tends to take. Honestly, enemies entering with Spell Shield, not that bad. Okay. Let's go Wildleton on the bottom floor. Legion Wax on the next. I can't play the train stewards, otherwise they'll die, and then the constant molding doesn't work anymore. Pop that there. Sounds good. I'm gonna drip for you back down, actually. So the idea here is that we get the draft to help work down the first, set up the second. Yeah, so we can start getting slays on the Shattered Shell. And now you have enough to kill it by yourself. Perfect. Just drop you back down to the previous floor again then. Alright, the primitive mold gets back the draft. Do I want to keep just playing the draft and losing it and getting it back and losing it and getting it back? That seems like a reasonable op, do it not? I'm also going to get the train suits out of the deck at this point. I don't think anyone's getting to the top floor. Okay, another one up there. Perfect. So eventually, we're going to have to, in each fight, decide whether or not the Legion of the Wax is the way that we're winning, or Wilderton as well as the Shattered Shell. It's not going to be the same in every fight. Okay. Is there a primitive mold guaranteed for the next hand? There is not. That's still my best hope, though. I don't want to trigger the holdover because I don't want to have that in my next hand, ideally. Seeds, root seeds, primitive mold, and drip fall you twice as well. Yeah, this is pretty brutal. Good lord, is this brutal. Preserved thorns. I like the idea of getting more stings because I really want to have a sting relic turn up. It might be too much to keep taking stings based on the possibility of a sting relic, but we're about to find it right now. Oh, come on. Exploding Candle's actually really good for us. Makes the Legion of Wax pretty ridiculous. I mean, the Mold Braces also do pretty good work with the Legion of Wax. Giving 5 armor to the next Legion every single time. I definitely need the Exploding Candle, the absolute worst. 50% chance to apply Dazed whenever an enemy unit enters your train, or whenever a Consumer's Blade, deal 30 damage to the front enemy unit. So, do I need 30 damage to the front enemy unit 2 times maximum in a single fight, or do I want Concussive Coals for the possibility of saving, like, a Wilderton's health on the bottom floor? The thing is, I don't want to save their health that much, because I want the Restoration Detonation to go off. Maybe I should have taken money there. Well. We're gonna have no... Yeah, we have no reason to trash the deck with us. That event gets better in the higher Covenants, interestingly, because your starting deck has some lights in it, so the effect of each of those is amplified, but not here. Non-boss enemy units gain 6. That seems like a really good test of my Wilderton, frankly. We're gonna have to use the Legion of Wax to catch people who get by. There we go. You know what? Daze you to save the HP. Daze my own minions so that the Shattered Shell gets more damage. Yep. So the Shattered Shell gets all those kills. Unfortunately, I can't incan on the bottom floor if I'm doing that. Don't know how the next one didn't play, but okay. I need the Shattered Shell to get more here as well, so I think I'll do that again. I do need something to kill this Legion of Wax eventually, though. Maybe I need some way of tagging it with Extinguish myself. Okay, perfect. So you kill me and I get you back. That's exactly how we needed it. Extra health on this floor. Do I care about the... Yeah, the Shattered Shell, I should just let it continue growing, frankly. And you know what? You go back down. You get caught in this floor. This is good, right? The drip fall is really working out here as I'm funneling them back down for a second pass past the Shattered Shell. Although, unfortunately, it does mean the Legion of Wax is just not dying. This is not a... Ultimately, this is just not a Legion of Wax fight, I think, at this point, is what we've decided, right? Has to be. Okay. More root seeds, more root seeds. Keep throwing the stings as well. Please get +4 with your incant trigger after this. I really like that there's an incant in... like a cannon incant in Awoken now, I guess. Ah! I see, I see. There we win. Just keep getting them. We got that much HP on the Wilderton, eh? It's too much. Too much draw. I don't think any of my... I don't need to reform units constantly enough to use any of those. Definitely not dupe again, right? Yeah, again, we have no good reason to go for dupe, so we'll go for the other side. I probably save money for a later... Merchant of Steel here, though. Spelled Rail Spike or a Monster Rail Spike? I mean, Monster Rail Spike just burning a... Hang on, how late am I? 6. So if I put that on the Legion of Wax, I only have to get through one more fight before the final fight. I'm still putting it on a Train Steward, but I do like the idea of just purging your unit in the final fight. Who needs it after that, frankly? I'm very happy to cut the rest of the cards I'm not using. Alright, Arcus. I've got to be very, very careful about what I play where, because these are... Hang on! When an enemy dies... Oh, so it does actually have different stuff. Like Days 1 to enemy units on Rally, that was the same. Whenever an enemy unit dies, add a Weight of Contrition card to the top of the draw pile. I mean, I can daze everyone on the top floor, no reason not to. Actually, there is a good reason not to. I absolutely need to... Yeah, Legion of Wax fine then. I need the Shattered Shell to get more powerful, but at the same rate, not playing all of these things for a bunch of incants on this floor feels bad. Again, I think I just have to run out excess stuff there. When an enemy unit dies, enemy to who? I think that matters. Sure, get Dripfall 2 times. Plays when I play a unit card on this floor, so as long as I play no unit cards on this floor, we're fine. Oh, perfect. This is one of the situations where I actually get to use the Shattered Shell to increase itself. Toss. Right? The Shattered Shell increased itself there, didn't it? I thought it had 27 damage beforehand. Maybe I'm wrong? Alright, let's keep throwing those at you. More root seeds, I guess. Can we draft here, I guess? Some excess damage. 2 drip falls for the incant triggers, if nothing else. Okay, we can just drip fall that clipped guardian back down and do it again. Okay, if I use any more stings, then I am going to kill the front clipped guardian by myself. You know what? I don't think that's that bad. Remove mold there 2 times, just to the incants. Great. This feels like a pretty comfy kill for us at this point. Whenever an enemy unit dies. Okay, so we'll see. We're going to be killing a lot of enemy units right now. No weight of contrition there. Okay, good. I mean, it could have meant my enemy. If it was a minion, maybe, like, it's obvious that it's the minion's enemy. But here, as, like, a unit on the board that is just a gem, not necessarily as clear. At least to me. I don't want to take it for granted and then be wrong, you know? Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, let's drip fall you back down here for some more damage. How about that? And yeah, that's ooh. Our bottom floor is not as powerful as I've been constantly assuming it was. Is it good? And do we perfectly win? Yes. But it's not everything I thought it was. Without stacking regen, we really don't actually have that much health on the bottom line now. Awoken Rail Spike, Waxen Spike, and Bounty Stalker. I mean, Awoken Rail Spike isn't necessary. Apply 3x damage and burn out 1 to friendly units. You know what? If nothing else, that is a 0 energy apply burnout 1 to a unit, so I can kill my own... what can I do? I can kill my own... the Waxman! Forgot his name. I can kill my own Waxman. Legion Wax. More attempts for stings. Sting powers. Yes. Reroll. No. Friendly units gain Rage 3 whenever they lose a stack of Burnout. Fades First Blade. Interesting. Is that a new... So there are new relics. I didn't think there were, actually, but... So is that a new relic for every class? Or... Well, I mean, no, it can't be for every class, right? It's Burnout related, so it has to be Melting Remnant. Did they remove one of Melting Remnant's other ones? I don't know. There are a lot of these that I don't need as many copies of them in the deck as I have. Wildwood's Home is exactly what I was asking for, right? Get quick on the sweeper on the bottom line. Not that it's necessarily always going to be on the bottom line, but it is at the moment. It's just +3. Ugh. I mean, +3, that's nothing. Might as well have a channeler in the deck at that rate. 0 attack, 1 health. Non-boss enemies gain 8 damage. Easy. Especially with the quick attacks, we should be completely covered here. Wilderton. Shattered Shell. Quick. I mean, like, come on. That's an opening turn. Let's invigorate and then throw out easy excess abilities. I tried to draw an extra card there with the Weird Steel at the same time as generating the 3 to my hand. That was bad. Okay. Another Root Seeds. Drop you. And then I guess just Wax and Spike. Huh? You 2, 2, 4, 4, 6. You got 6 extra damage, then you should. The Wax and Spike didn't work, did it? Apply damage. It's not enhanced, it says apply. So that damage shouldn't have stayed. There is a reason I've been avoiding Wax and Spike with the the Wax Boys, because I didn't think it worked. Oh. I mean, I'm glad to hear it works, but at the same rate, bugger, you know? Could have been doing it before. Take a primitive mold out of there. You set up on that top floor. Oh, it's sticking with you. Oh. Well, at least you know how to use it now, right? That one's dead as well. Great. Actually, if we dripfall one of the Twins of Wax, we can make another space already. That's a double sweep through already. Sure. Dripfall you. Primitive. Getting another Legion of Wax. Set it up on the next floor, and then we're done. Esto Deado for no damage. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna Dripfall to send you, and then have even more Wax down here on the bottom floor. Don't know exactly how much damage it's really going to ultimately contribute, but nice to try it at the absolute least. Let's see exactly how little damage I can take here. That seems like the least damage possible. Yeah, getting the quick on our sweeper, our Shattered Shell, was really important. We're now actually getting slays with it. It's now... Adaptive mutation on Wildleton? That would be interesting. You put the Wildleton in the back and then adaptive mutated at the very start of the game. Higher grow. Don't need the extra energy. I think it's just none of these. And probably none again, right? Just need minion upgrades on the Legion of Wax. So it's non-negotiable here. We have to go to the Merchant of Steel. I may take the +10 damage there. We'll see. When a friendly unit dies, apply +10 to that unit. It's really good here. Lady, Flicker's Liquor isn't necessary here. We already have way too much. See, the thing is, I want to just give damage to the Legion of Wax. Fine. I think I just do it. Then Large Stone is great. Multi-Strike also would have been a good pickup, but I'll settle. Draft. Honestly, the draft probably gets removed from the deck at this rate. So literally the only unit we can reform with the primitive molds here is the Legion of Wax. Okay. Duper Legion of Wax? Have 2 floors? No, because 2 floors are always filled with just 1 Legion of Wax anyway. Right? It should make it harder to kill them, surely. So see, the thing is, this says apply quick. I imagine if I put that on the Legion of Wax and then Legion of Wax dies, not all of its followers are going to have quick. But this apply 3 damage does. Because this, I'm pretty sure this doesn't work. Because it's apply rather than enhance. But this is... If anyone knows the exact rules and why there's an inconsistency here, I would love to know. Because it's making me feel like maybe I've been ignoring a bunch of stuff you can do and carry over with the Legion of Wax. Because it says, applies this unit's upgrades and stat changes. Stat changes? Oh, that's what it is! Legion of Wax was the one that was changed. So Legion of Wax used to say this unit's upgrades and enhancements. Now it says stat changes, which is why the Wax and Spike works and why the Wildwood Tome wouldn't. It's not a stat change. Oh, I'm so glad to have that finally figured out. That was really going to rattle around in my noggin for way too long. I don't know if there's anything in this deck I want to actually dupe. Root Seeds? Root Seeds. I mean... friendly units get +3? Fetch another card from the deck as well. I mean, Glimmerer is definitely not needed. Glimmer hasn't been needed for a while. Okay. Melee weakness to our front unit does seem like a little bit of... but everyone being dazed on one floor seems pretty handy for us at the absolute least to balance that out. Oh, Wax and Spike already? For me? Appreciate it, okay? Let's get the Shattered Shell. Make them quick. Oh, yeah, I love to see it. You absolutely do. Sure. Let's throw the rest of these away up here. I mean, I don't need to throw all of them. Yeah. More strong. I need to increase the Shattered Shell's damage more than the Wilderton's, right? So Shattered Shell, you increase your damage by 3 per enemy you kill and you strike twice, so 6 per enemy you kill, 18 total if I don't do anything on this floor, but if I play all the stings on this floor, then it's 15 total. But then I can play other abilities on this floor and that becomes even more. Alright, yeah, no, I think I go for the stats on Wilderton here. Wilderton also needs to grow. I mean, I can deal more damage putting you here. Perfect. Yeah, Root Seeds is actually like really, really, really good when you just decrease the cost of it. I am very keen to see exactly how much we can get done with that in a higher Covenant. Okay, I'm going to drip for you. I'm going to set up to eventually Primitive Mold and put another Wax on the very top. Ah, whoops. Shouldn't have done that then. Yeah, because I could have used the Drip Ball and then Primitive Mold in order to get it set up this turn. It seems like the rest of this is just pass on the bottom floor. Get as much of a stat out as I possibly can. Removing those two isn't going to be enough now. Alright, we'll drip for you, then Legion Rays. I really appreciate having the Gilded Wing in the front here just to suck up the saps. Saps, sorry, the stings, so that I get the damage with the right unit against the right enemies. Perfect. And a little bit of root speed there as well. Heck, I'll throw you down for 155. Yeah, you take about that on the other floor as well. All right, final wave. Good. Whew. I was a little worried there that I was underestimating the amount of damage the enemy was going to deal. That there might have been some application of melee weakness or something that I had somehow missed, but no. That's a very comfy win right there. Sorry, Seraph, not patient enough. You would have to have waited for all of us to just die of old age. And also not to be able to be remolded after the death of old age. That's key. Wilderton is really interesting. The way that I went with it is I feel going to be heavily dependent either on your start or the clan combo that you specifically have. Obviously, if you are with Stygian Guard, you might want to go with the incant unit and have a very strong incant floor. I don't know. Seems like a good idea to me. But I'd really like to experiment with rooting all enemies on strike as well as sweep. Because that's just like, you just need a frontliner that's healthy enough forever, and you just dead stop enemies. Oh! Very keen to see that. But that's going to have to be in the future. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train. This is the public beta for friends and foes. Linked in the description down below. You can find the instructions for how to get yourself into the public beta as well, so that you can test the friends and foes content alongside me. While you're down in that description, there's a playlist down there with all my content on this game, past, present, and future, as well as a Discord that I'm in and chat in. It's a good time to be in. That's linked down there too. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.